for real. It's Wednesday, and that means it's time for the News Moto, where Jeremy takes you for a ride and I update you on the news of Cambodia. Wait, that's not right. Another channel called Out Your Shell contributed today's ride. We're really pleased to share their channel with you. Andy and Isa arrived in Cambodia just a few weeks ago, but they have already got heaps of great content on their channel. Also, they share the same philosophy as we do about giving back to Cambodia. There's a link in the description, so go and check them out. We love to support other channels making content in Cambodia. We believe that every channel brings something different, and by working together we can create more interesting and diverse content for you, dear viewer. YouTube's not a competition for us. We prefer to see it as a community of people making content on a topic that we all love, which is Cambodia. At For Real, we donate all of the money we earn from YouTube to charities in Cambodia. Here is the total we've donated so far. Simply watching our videos helps us to earn this money, so your time here on our channel directly helps people in Cambodia. Please subscribe if you haven't already. There's a tiny little button in the bottom right of the screen where you can do it right now. Today is Wednesday, the 1st of February, and in this episode we will look at plans for high-speed rail in the kingdom. We will check in with flights and airlines bringing international visitors to Cambodia, and we'll look at a new kind of trafficking, drug crime, and of course moto madness. We'll also check out a cow story that's pretty close to our hearts. Siem Reap has come in at number 4 in the top 10 trending tourism destinations for 2023 in a recent TripAdvisor survey. Of the 10 destinations, 3 are in Southeast Asia, which shows the interest of global travellers in the region. In reverse order, the top 10 are Krakow, Kathmandu, Baku in Azerbaijan, Fez, Grand Cayman, Chiang Mai, Siem Reap, Mauritius, Hoi An, and Cuba at number 1. It's funny because the 3 that are located in Southeast Asia are all places that Jeremy and I have lived in before. The list was created by looking at places that had the greatest growth in interest on the TripAdvisor portal. I didn't realise people even use TripAdvisor anymore, but I suppose they do. With increased visitors, existing infrastructure needs to be upgraded and more needs to be built. The private sector has been asked to invest 100% in a new high-speed railway that will link Phnom Penh and Ho Chi Minh City. Imagine how great that would be. At the same time, the Prime Minister has encouraged the private sector to invest in the upgrading of the 2 existing rail lines. A visiting French delegation has also decided to work with Cambodia to seek investment in high-speed rail, water, land, air transport, construction, and energy production. Pretty much everything, it seems. The Cambodian government is looking for investment in the high-tech processing industry with Cambodian raw materials, such as cashews, rubber, cassava and rice, for local demand and also for export. With the easing of travel restrictions across the world, Cambodia and other ASEAN member states have stepped up their efforts to attract more inbound travellers, particularly visitors originating from China. At present, 27 airlines, including 6 airlines from China, are operating flights to and from Cambodia, and the number of air carriers catering to the Cambodian market is likely to go up. Cambodia's 3 international airports serve 24 destinations in 11 countries. In 2022, about 2.38 million passengers disembarked from around 29,000 flights in the kingdom. The 2023 target is over 4 million international visitors and 15 million domestic tourists, which will together generate about $4 billion in revenue. Direct flights with Indonesia will be commencing soon as well. From flights to planes, well, a plane house. A determined and enterprising Siem Reap citizen has constructed the house of his dreams, Cambodia's first airplane house, inspired by the airplanes he saw as a child. The aircraft house is the culmination of 30 years of dreaming for the owner, who works as a construction foreman. As a child, he saw planes at Siem Reap Airport and dreamed that one day he would himself live in a plane. What do you think? Should we go and visit him? The owner said that he always went to see the airport every time he left the construction site, and he thought that he does not have the chance to fly, but he will do something to own a plane for his family. That's super sweet. He started to build the concrete aircraft in March 2022, and he's already completed it. It has 2 bedrooms and 2 bathrooms. The owner's wife passed away in 2013, and he has 3 children, so just like a plane, they won't have much legroom. He has revealed, though, that he has started a new romance with a widow living in the same commune and is planning to get married soon. I think he used the line, "Hey, I'm so rich, I live on a plane." Let's hope that the visionary continues to fly high with his new life partner in their aircraft home and they don't have a turbulent marriage. The variety of trafficked goods continues to increase, with the latest being turmeric trafficking, which landed a man in police custody. I didn't realise that turmeric was a trafficked item. During a crackdown on non-timber forest products, police learned that the suspect had been collecting turmeric from local people in Siem Reap district. He had also rented a car to transport it to the outskirts of the village, where he planned to transport it by truck to the Cambodia-Laos border. He was, however, arrested by police who discovered the 202 sacks of turmeric, which collectively weighed 9,585 kilos. Authorities are also cracking down on illegal vape or e-cig suppliers in Siem Reap. Authorities confiscated 65 cases and the retailer signed a contract to cease his activities, as it seems there isn't any real punishment for it. More cracking down on crack and other drugs this time. Wow, this is more crack than a plumbing convention. The scale of drug trafficking in Cambodia has been illustrated once again as 3 foreign nationals and a Cambodian were arrested for their part in a 13-kilo ket, meth and e-trafficking ring. Seized drugs included 1.8 kilos of meth, 1.9 kilos of ketamine, 50 bottles of liquid ketamine weighing half a kilo, 69 packs of NDMA drugs weighing 9 kilos, caffeine drugs weighing 0.9 of a kilo, and there was also some dried marijuana weighing 2 kilos. Now on to some monk-on-monk action. A monk was arrested yesterday in connection with an incident where one monk had a plate smashed over his head by another. The incident took place in Takeo province. The suspect took a stone plate and smashed it onto the head of the 14-year-old victim. The attack caused 3 injuries on the left side of the youth's head, all requiring stitches. Wow, as you can see, even monks can have a bad day. The director of the Department of Cult and Religion of Takeo province said that other monks alerted local police. We are wearing black and yellow armbands today to show our appreciation to the hard-working road dividers who every day divide the good from the bad. In the latest round of the age-old conflict between careless car drivers and road barriers in Phnom Penh, a Ford Ranger driver found out the hard way that there can only be one winner. According to sources at the scene, a white Ford Ranger was seen speeding along the road. When it reached the scene, the driver oversteered and hit a divider, causing extensive damage to the vehicle and also damaging the divider. May it rest in pieces. A luxury car driver came a cropper after driving drunk at high speed in Phnom Penh. Prior to the incident, a man was seen driving a black Range Rover at high speed. When he arrived at the scene above, he suddenly swerved to the left and hit the stone barrier, causing severe damage to his vehicle and also the true hero of this story, the road divider. A driver who collided with a motorcycle driver and attempted to escape from the scene learned that people won't tolerate a hit and run. Witnesses at the scene told local news that the Cambodian driver of the car, with 2 foreigners as passengers, was driving in a south to north direction. He crashed into a motorcycle. He then tried to drive away from the scene of the accident but was chased by locals who saw the incident. He jumped out of the car, leaving the foreign passengers in the car at the scene of the crime. Wow, that would be an insane way to arrive in the country. The motorcycle was heavily damaged in the crash and the motorcyclist was seriously injured. Now onto an Only in Cambodia story which put a school principal in a hairy situation. The Prime Minister has called on a high school principal to stop the trimming of male students' hair in the classroom as they worked, since such acts can have a negative emotional impact on others. Plus he couldn't do a decent fade. Apparently the hair cutting, which was really just removing big patches of students' hair, was being used as a behaviour management technique. Pretty awful that a school staff member would demean students in that way. Lastly, a good news story though. A shipment of Queensland cattle have been sent to a charity in Cambodia with the aim of helping families break the poverty cycle. The charity is called Cows for Cambodia and was set up by Australian Andrew Costello. Last month, a shipment of 6 Brahman cattle, 4 bulls and 2 heifers from Queensland grazier Wallace Gunthorpe culminated almost a decade of work. Costello said it was a dream for the charity. Big shout out to Wallace Gunthorpe, as Jeremy and I come from the same town, little old Rockhampton, the beef capital of Australia. No bull. The charity not only acts as a cow bank, but builds homes for families, provides education through a schooling program, and conducts regular rice runs, donating food directly to those who need it most. Cows for Cambodia runs a series of fundraising activities, including tours of the local villages and its home base, vaccinating and pregnancy testing the cattle. It's also aiming to have more than 1,000 cows as part of the project. Achieving this milestone remains front and centre for the charity and will make Cows for Cambodia one of the largest and most effective Australian agriculture charity projects in Southeast Asia. That brings us to the end of this week's news. You're now up to date with all of the most important events in the kingdom. Thank you so much, Out Your Shell, for providing today's ride. Make sure you go over and check those guys out. Thank you for watching. Take care, have a great week, and we'll see you very soon.